The 2025 All-Star Game. We got a lot of
the organization to mortgage the farm only for increment.
A lot more on that as we continue. They tip at the opening tip. Second matchup of the year. Golden State won at TD Garden back on November 6th. Second and final meeting of the regular season, and Porzingis.
What did Steve Kerr tell us? That's going to be the one thing throughout this game. How are they going to play that Porzingis high screen in the roll? They want to switch a lot. That's why they went with a smaller lineup with Gary Payton in the lineup for the Warriors. But when Porzingis rolls, he's going to have a smaller defender. So pick your poison.
Warriors get the turnover in and out of the hands of Jaylen Brown. And now Payton, the high flyer, he misses the layup. Golden opportunity miss for Golden State. They are missing 4 of their rotation players here today.
They average 49 threes, number 1 in the association.
And a little over 49 per game. The Rockets have that record at 45.4 3-point.
Well, that's shattering it.
Well, yeah, they are +4 on that right now with a half a season to go.
Well, I'm disappointed because they need an even 50. Come on now. Get them up a little bit more. Let's shoot for 50.
Let them fly. And that's Joe Mazzulla's message as Brown drives Porzingis, and another 3 is good. There you go. You asked.
What a hot start here for Porzingis.
Doesn't hurt to have an 8-foot wingspan to catch that ball either. That was saving a turnover. Another chance here for Golden State, looking for their first basket. Schroeder coming off 20 in a Golden State win against Washington Saturday. 20 points, knocked down a couple of threes, did Schroeder. Tatum for 3, no. There's Payton with a rebound and a dangerous pass. Trace Jackson-Davis the catch in the Reggie mentioned 8-8 in their last 16. They have the number 2 spot in the East. They're 6.5 games behind Cleveland right now.
And here's that switch they were talking about with Porzingis. Curry got caught on him. Nice job defensively there by Stephen.
Schroeder resets it. 2-man game with Jackson-Davis. Schroeder gets a friendly bout off his best game as a Warrior. Traded from the Nets to the Warriors mid-December. And a 20-point performance was his best scoring effort. And Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Podziemski, Kyle Anderson, and Payton forces the turnover. Curry, no look to Wiggins, who misses a layup. Wiggins got it back, lost the handle. And Brown dribbles it.
One being Jonathan Kuminga.
Stephen Curry was questionable today as well. He's been battling an ankle problem and a thumb injury, but he's in there and a half. And they have tied this game at 8. White gets free, finds Porzingis. Extra pass to Brown. Warriors really sealing off those gaps. To the ground it goes. Plenty of time here. Got 5 to shoot. Tatum misses. Payton the rebound.
Man, Gary Payton is everywhere. Rebounding, deflections on the floor.
It's exactly what Steve Kerr said he wanted out of Payton, who's been coming off the bench when he's healthy. Curry misses his first opportunity. Trying to hit the Celtics with some force. Porzingis. Santa Saturday. Porzingis did not play in that
tuition for Steve Kerr. And just showed the Warriors. Santos now getting early time here off the bench here for Golden State.
Second-year player from Brazil was held scoreless in just 8 minutes on Saturday. Entering this game early in the first as Curry misses a 3. Tatum with the board. Last time, Reggie, you and I were on this floor covering the Warriors, Curry did miss a 3, made 8 straight. Was 1 shy of an NBA record.
That you were urging him to take, right?
He didn't listen. Here's Wiggins. There's Guy Santos. He'll let it fly. Another 3-pointer miss. Jackson-Davis, a rebounding machine, sets up Curry.
One of the last few games on the offensive glass.
Already 3 boards. Jackson-Davis coming off a 15. Curry dancing. Probing, keeps his dribble. Little no luck back to Guy Santos. They leave it wide open. And Porzingis there to clear it away. Warriors 1 of 8 from beyond the arc right now. Just that Curry make, the only one. Go more than 5 games in the postseason. And 3D, this is a team that loves to put the 3-ball up, the volume threes. They've kind of changed their defensive game a little bit as the Warriors, and start making shots, everything changes for them, and they really haven't been lately.
Yeah, that's why it's fun to do this game with Reggie. And Reggie, you know how you and I love the 3, but can we still live and die by taking 45 and 49 threes a night after Al Horford takes another 3?
Well, number one, this Golden State Warriors, a team that led the NBA in three-point attempts and three-point percentage. In the Boston Celtics, yeah. I think a lot of these teams are kind of copying what the Celtics did, especially Cleveland. They're living and dying by that three-point shot as well.
Yes, they are.
Kevon Looney discussion. One thing about Boston, their last 7 games, they've shot it beyond the arc just 31%. They are second to last in the NBA in this little window here. Joe Mazzulla is extremely confident that they will come out of it.
Boston, they play 5 out, right? They have the ability, because of their bigs being able to shoot the 3. They play 5 out.
Jokes today, the Warriors. Mild calf strain. He had an MRI yesterday, and that Podziemski's a guy they'd love to get back as well. One of the best rookies in the NBA a year ago. He's missing his 11th game. Has not played since late December. Moses Moody being disruptive on Holiday. Give him a little bit of his own medicine. Holiday takes him. All tied at 17. Golden State in the middle of a stretch of 8 of 9 here at Chase Center. They got a nice home stretch, and their only road game is against Sacramento coming up. So they don't have much traveling to do at all. That game in Sacramento.
7 teams are 500 teams, so it's not going to be an easy road. That's how we
like the favorites for the 6th man of the year. He's having a monster season.
Oh, look at this.
3 by Curry. Comes up short. Cornet. Horford looking for Brown, and a kicked ball in his rotation, minus all those big pieces. Jaylen Brown for 3. No. Horford gives him a second chance.
And this is where the Celtics have been so successful over the last couple of years. Those long threes, long rebounds that they get. It's a beautiful move there by Brown.
Brown coming off 24 points against Atlanta in a loss. Played 43 minutes in that game, and Brown with the contact on Wiggins.
Struggled with his shot in that Atlanta.
And Hield is fouled by every day with us. Your positive energy.
You saying that, and you know, and let me just say this: there's another round starting tonight. The Santa Ana Winds are back through Thursday morning, so I'm sure everyone there in Southern California is families who lost everything. And I cannot emphasize this enough. The firemen and women and the first responders have done an absolute fabulous job of putting it all on the line throughout this whole ordeal. Thank you guys so much for your sacrifice. It really goes unnoticed.
Real heroes. Oh, Schroeder goes barreling into the seat. Celtics out in front by 3. Pritchard lets one fly. And Jackson Davis with a rebound. Underman Warriors hanging in there early against Boston. Come on, buddy. Here's Buddy Hield open for 3.
Going, especially when you've got this many rash of injuries on your team. Buddy Hield got off to such a hot start this season. His first 3 of the evening from Tatum. But Buddy Hield was, what, averaging 22 points, shooting 50% from deep, and has just gone downhill ever since that first month.
Hield's been in the low 30% range over the last 2 months. And that is a weapon. It's hard to think about the Warriors needing offense. They need some offensive push. Hield kicked that ball, so that'll put the ball in the hands of the Celtics. By the Warriors in that 12-3 start, just has not been pretty since. Golden State they're actually in a very similar place, the Warriors, as they have been the previous 2 seasons.
And they'll probably end up at the same place as well, meaning battling for one of those play-in spots, maybe get in and, you know, lose one of those games and not make the playoffs.
Schroeder for 3.
Yeah. 0 field goals since Curry has left this ball game.
Only 1 point since Curry went out. The Curry on-off numbers always significant. Hauser in the corner, got it. Great pass by Horford. To the end of this first quarter.
5 of 10 from downtown for the Celtics. Only 1 of 12 for Golden State. Don't stop the bleeding here if you're Golden State.
Late clock here. Schroeder's got to go down to 3. Schroeder with Horford on him, and Horford knocks it out of his hands, and that's going to be Boston ball. Inte Huang pointed the wrong way. Warriors with 6 straight misses. Shot clock is off. Boston looking for the last shot.
Pritchard is usually good when the shot clock is end of quarters for the Celtics team.
Horford taking on Schroeder. And now Hauser is open. Hauser, no. Horford. Did he get it off? Dennis Scott had a chance to visit with Kristaps Porzingis. Let's listen in.
All right, thanks, guys. Here with KP. It looks like you're taking advantage when they switch. You're going right in the post and taking advantage of that.
Yeah, got to take advantage of the mismatch they're giving us. And then if they're not switching, then I got to attack from outside, right? Just taking what the defense gives us.
How big is that play on MLK Day?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. A lot of support to get to the arena. And it's always nice to play on a holiday.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Special connection between the NBA and MLK Day. And Chris, for a long time now, Porzingis on the bench with 8 points in his first 8 minutes today. Boston on a 16-1 run going back to the first quarter. They lead at 31-18. Peyton Pritchard for 3 comes up short. There's Holiday with a rebound.
And there's the switch that they wanted. Tatum on Curry.
Tatum can't hit. Looney clears it away. Warriors desperate for points right now. Job continues. Wiggins. No, and there's Tatum with a rebound.
In this first half.
Tatum's got Looney on him. He steps back for a 3. And might be one you challenge later. Steve Kerr not ready to do it just yet. Here's Pritchard. Comes up short again. Curry kicks it out. Waters for 3. Air ball. Looney right there. He was in the perfect spot.
Remember a few weeks ago when you and I did that Golden State game, Looney will
Great to have you with us. Brian Anderson, the Hall of Famer. Reggie Miller. 3D. Dennis Scott.
offensive foul there on the Waters.
Peyton Pritchard grabbing it. Has never played against the Warriors too as a Celtic. Porzingis missed the first 17 games coming back from foot surgery, injured last year in the playoffs. Andy Waters can't get that one to go. And Hauser a 3 in transition. And last touched by a Celtic. Golden State went almost 7.5 minutes without a field goal. Looney had that putback. There were just 3 free throws in that window once Curry went to the bench. And it has been a major drought here. And now Pritchard knocks it out of Wiggins' hands. He recovers. 4 to shoot. And now a foul.
Just trying to get anything to go.
11 against Washington Saturday. Knocks down.
You need consistency, and was playing really well up until that ankle injury.
Your Celtics matchup without remembering the NBA Finals 3 years ago, and Wiggins was outstanding in that NBA Finals, especially games 4 and 5. He thought the ball had already been given up, but it was actually Payton just grabbed the ball out of Acosta's hands, the official. So Boston with the ball here, just as Drew Holiday knew it would be, and now a turnaround by Brown. 11-point Boston lead. Here goes Brown. He's got Porzingis there blocking for him. Up ahead in transition. Boston gets back well. Moody to Wiggins. Got Porzingis on him, and a three-pointer, no good. Lunar in Boston secures it. Shooting woes himself, but he hit 2 out of 5 against Atlanta. Schroeder, three-pointer for an answer.
This game here for Schroeder here in the first half with 7 points, which leads this Golden State team.
Porzingis left wide open. Schroeder hit the deck. Here come the Warriors now. Schroeder passes up a 3 and a bad pass. Pritchard looking for contact, and he lays it in. Last in a number of those defensive categories, even though they're a very good defensive
Look
team.
at this. Oh, man.
Oh, it hangs.
I mean, he straight bodied him in the paint.
Peyton Pritchard leads reserves in the NBA in points and field goals made, three-pointers made. High volume three-point shooter is Moody for 3, no good. Warriors doing all they can to hang in here, but they are having a tough time scoring right now.
Bucket here. This is going to be a timeout for Steve Kerr.
Hauser kicks it, quick release. Wiggins drives, is met by Porzingis and Hauser. Excellent defense by the Celtics. Hauser, and that was
Struggling in offense, and here's a layup against Porzingis. He just doesn't want them to settle for these 49 threes a game. Timeout here by Steve Kerr.
It is a lopsided affair. The Celtics are rolling, making it look easy right now here in San Francisco. Warriors scoring just 7 points, just 2 field goals.
Now you've got the Celtics in that matchup zone too, using all that length.
And now Horford back at 46% this year. Three-point shooting at 36%. Just steady. Tatum, and that's going to be a foul. Santos locking up Porzingis.
But look, at the end of the day, the objective was to win a gold medal for your country. Last time I checked, he walked away with a gold medal. Am I correct on that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And a couple of other Celtics made major contributions
Sure did.
to that, and Holiday and White, the off-court drama, but the job was done.
It's a team game.
Porzingis, Steve Kerr right after the Olympics congratulating him on the gold medal. He goes, it was an amazing experience, and I don't think I ever want to do it again. There's a lot of pressure with all those superstars.
Now, I believe he's handed the baton to Eric Spoelstra, right?
Yes.
Good luck with that.
There's Porzingis. Gets free inside. Nobody match up with that size. Team right now. Curry gives it up. Oh, blocked by Porzingis. No.
We've got to see that overhead camera look.
Tatum for 3. I don't remember. I think you just kind of Warriors fan what you're dealing with as Curry.
These two teams are combined 9 of 40 from the three-point line.
3 of 20 for the Warriors.
9 of 40 combined.
Boston just 30% from three-point range. Here's Porzingis in it. Buddy Hield looking for Curry. Curry drives.
Climbing to within 13.
9 points for Stephen Curry. He's 1 of 5 from three-point range. Porzingis open again. In and out. It looked true out of the hand.
3 would go a long way here. It calls a timeout for Joe Mazzulla.
He can't connect. He was in a good spot. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Second of our NBA doubleheader on this special MLK Day presentation. Tatum finds Horford. There it is. is. He's in incredible shape. Moody with a follow. 13 second chance points for the Warriors. They have not shot it well, but they've been able to clean up a few of those misses. Warriors shooting just 32% from the field. Just 3 for 22 from three-point range. Tatum, little turnaround on Buddy Hield. That was pretty. Jackson Davis met by Porzingis and a foul. And the four-year player from Indiana. It is Thursday NBA TV with the Pacers and the.
How did we not get on that gig right
Where's
there?
the invite?
Right?
At least Dennis Scott should have been. He is the king of NBA
Let's go.
TV.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I'm ready. My passport's ready, baby.
Great excitement there for that one. The return of Wemby. The Spurs will play 2 games in Paris.
This is one of the hottest teams in the league right now.
Curry, no. And Payton gets it back. Jackson Davis gets him a little vocal here. Celtics lead is 13. They'll have a chance at the last shot. Warriors do have a foul to give, and Curry trying to take that foul.
Brown right now down low.
Got him sealed off. Brown rises up, and it goes. Good call, Reggie. Chance at the last shot. Schroeder.
Again, looks like they're going right back at Curry, who's ever guarding him. That's another, 3 seconds.
Live point spread for today's game started at 9 in the Celtics' favor. It is ballooned to 17.5. Warriors not able to give much resistance at all, minus Curry.
For this Warriors team.
And they're up 18 points right now, despite poor three-point shooting. Jaylen Brown muscling his way in. Brown. Schroeder. And now Curry. And that pass too hot to handle for Jackson Davis. Jaylen Brown in the corner. He's got a doubleheader here on TNT. From Memphis to San Francisco, it is all Boston. Ruining the party here at Chase Center is Looney, blocked by Derek White. Derek White is such a special defender. It's his 3rd block already, and now a block by Santos. Nice recovery there, blocking Tatum. Warriors trying to move it a little bit here. Wiggins for 3, comes up short.
Still struggling. 1 of 10 for Wiggins. Coming off 31 points.
Celtics made their first 5 field goals in this quarter as Brown. Excellent defense by Wiggins. The ball ends up in Tatum's hands. Celtics, who did not miss to start this third, a turnover. And they fight for it.
Not only does he get the dunk at one end, comes back and gets the rebound for Tatum.
Brown has Curry on him. Patient. got it to go. Well, Reggie, Boston on a 17-3 run right now, and they are ready to turn out the lights here halfway through this third quarter. Just
They're about to, or they're going to?
they're in the process of. Depends on when you pick this up here, but this one's getting ugly. Tatum able to split that double team and explodes to the Curry. Curry's going to go for the entertainment factor here in a moment. Going to start launching some three-pointers. That's going to be an offensive foul.
Honest with this thing, look, it was kind of easy on our way to our 18th championship, but the way that Cleveland and OKC have started the season, and what we've seen, but again, there's a lot of just hands in the air. 3D, your thoughts on this Boston Celtics team?
Well, Reggie, I think this team understands what they need to do and how they need to do it to get there. How many teams can have 5 guys on the floor most times that can knock down the three and spread the floor? And defensively, as Curry knocked down.
Joe Mazzulla now in his 3rd year. When there was some adversity, this team is playing 500 ball here the last 6 weeks as Porzingis brings it. You know, he's not pressing the panic button. He's actually saying, I love this. I'm embracing us going through this time right now. We're not making shots. Of course, we'd like to do things a little bit better, but he is still infusing this team with great confidence. They already play confidently, but he knows this is a championship caliber team that's just not been clicking right now.
Well, first of all, let's say this. This is the first bump in the road in the young tenure as head coach of the Boston Celtics for Joe Mazzulla, right? And we say this, and they've gone 8-8 over their last 16, and they're still number 2 in the East, so it's not that big of a bump. He had a game shooting anywhere from 35 to 40%, but more importantly, have your
Sam Cassell knows it well. I apologize him for that. Going on to the 5-minute mark here in this third quarter. It has been a one-sided affair. After Curry went out that first window in the first quarter, Boston just turned it up. And now leading by 29 points. Stephen Curry's got 15. As he drops it off, Moses Moody. He's got it. Three-pointer is good.
Just cannot do it.
You're at that perfect age right now, Reggie, to start something new.
That is true.
Jason Tatum up and over Looney. And Looney with a rebound. All Boston thus far as we approach the end of this third quarter. Curry had a mild calf strain. The layup at the rim. Steve Kerr said all these injuries for the Warriors, they're all expected to come back sooner than later. Well, that's kind of why I'm leading you here, and Dennis, because we're 2 weeks and change away from the trade deadline, February 6th, a couple of Thursdays from now. And what Mike Dunleavy does, 3D, come trade time, may have a huge impact on what happens here in the next 10 days or so.
No, you're right on point, and Reggie knows this. So when guys are hurt, more opportunities come. How do you take advantage of that, Reggie? Oh, Pritchard, another money ball.
If Mike Dunleavy, what he doesn't do, right?
Yeah.
If you're not going to bring in someone who is going to change the landscape of the Western Conference, and what I mean by that, and the Lakers, right? Looking over here at you saying, finally, BA, my threes are going.
He already dropped a finally. Curry.
Uh-oh.
No problem.
Where's the D?
Now, baby. They are leaving it.
It's like, I'm not saying it's all-star game level, but we're just going down and heaving now. Go ahead, Stephen. Blocked by Pritchard. Pritchard not allowing it. Tatum guarded by Looney. Might be willing to put one up. Tatum, oh, nice pass, Pritchard. It was interesting. You go back to early in the season, 3D, and all the talk about the Warriors playing so many players in their volume. I did that by design, trying to figure out what a good rotation might look like. And
Scouted their players, their 8th, 9th, 10th player, and said, okay, you want to play? Then we're going to exploit you as well. So now the Lindy Waters, those type of players, they start to see, okay, you want to be on the floor? What kind of defense you got?
Flurry of moves by Brown. It's going to be all Brown that possession, and he cashes in the jumper. He's got 17-4 and a couple assists here today, Jaylen Brown.
Most on the floor here for the Warriors.
Brown short. Pritchard there with a rebound. Another one. Pritchard, he's in 5th gear at all time. Hauser, the kind of NBA players they've turned in. The West Wing Cup. It's a new medical drama. Thursdays, 9 p.m. Streaming exclusively.
Does he pull the plug and sit the starters in the 4th? Up 34 here. Because again, they do have that.
Buddy Hield buries a triple.
Because again, they do have that game versus the Lakers on Thursday.
That's the second of a back-to-back. They've got the Clippers Wednesday. He's in LA with the Clippers and the Lakers, and then he's had a rough shooting run here the last couple of months. They'd like to get his stroke back.
And now they're up to 43% from 3.
Post, in the post. Can't hit it. A stretch of 5 games in 7 days with a sizable lead here on MLK Day. We'll see how long Missoula's going to let it ride. Al Horford in the corner. No. Now that'll take us to the end.
That is for you, but I don't like to throw around that term "GOAT" too often. But in her instance, that is, ladies and gentlemen, the best women's.
No argument here. PD and I were watching Reggie watch his sister receive that award and do the interview. That was a nice moment, 3D.
Oh my God, it was unbelievable. Because knowing Reggie so long, when I first started working at NBA TV, I was working with Cheryl and all the long nights when we'd be there all day long. So she definitely gets my vote. And we're not being biased because the facts are the facts.
The facts are the facts.
Cheryl's on a speaking tour these days. Find out where she's going and make sure you go hear her little stare down.
When normally someone says something from the bench, Reggie, that's what makes us look back at it.
Yes.
Pat Spencer getting some minutes here. It's always an incredible story when Spencer's on the floor, and an amazing lacrosse career, one of the great lacrosse players ever, and has found his way to the NBA. So when he gets a chance to compete on an NBA floor, always something special.
Think about that. One of the best lacrosse players of all time, right?
Yes.
And finds his way as a professional athlete in basketball. I mean, now, is it to the level of Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson being a 2-sport professional athlete? I ask you?
Danny Ainge.
Danny Ainge, yes. Oh, you could say, well, Mahomes never was a professional baseball player, right?
No. It's amazing to be able to accomplish these kind of levels. Spencer actually went to Northwestern for a year, prove his basketball talent. Let me put you in the mind of Joe Mazzulla here, Reggie. How long are we going to ride with his frontline players before the plug
I already
is pulled?
see Jordan Walsh at the scorer's table. Xavier Tillman getting ready to check in. So
his second made three-pointer this year. 2 for 8 on the season. Spencer had a career-high 17 last Friday.
That's the glove. See, now the glove would have been unbelievable in today's game, because as much as you can hold, hit, claw.
Yeah, I saw him.
He said there are too many shooters here. Not enough defense.
Well, he started smiling. He said at least he can get 10 or 15 assists tonight.
Steve Kerr did make mention he could probably use you two guys today, but you both instantly responded with, we're going to have to play more zone.
More zone.
Backline zone.
3-2 zone, and 3D and I are in the back line. So we only have to go from the free throw line to the corner 3. That's it.
It's called guard your area. Guard your area.
Yes.
Post lays. Reminds me, Dennis, of our center court days back on NBA TV.
That's right.
Back in the players only day as well.
Players only, baby.
Sam Hauser.
I heard potentially, maybe.
Breaking news.
I don't know. I've been hearing half of the Splash Brothers reunite them.
Oh,
with
boy,
Clay,
I see
right?
what you're doing there, Reggie. I see what you're doing.
I would like to see that. That was my highlight last year.
That was great.
That was fantastic.
They both put on a great show. There's Cornell with Tillman and Walsh on the floor. Matt Spencer continues with post. And, a lopsided affair on this MLK Day. All-star format changes. It's going to be 4 teams as well. And you're going to divide up the NBA All-Stars into 3, making up 1 team. Candace Parker, the GM
Of that young team.
yeah, of the Rising Stars.
Three NBA All-Star teams. They do not want to lose to that Rising Star team, right?
I mean, I think that.
You would
think that.
You would hope so, right?
We got to have some effort this year. Oh, Cornette.
That would mean they
Dr. J
and Oscar Robertson.
Oscar Robertson to make a speech before the game. Doc Rivers was convinced they were going to go hard, and that lasted about 2 minutes. So we'll see.
Oh, you're giving them credit on the 2 minutes.
That's true.
You're giving them a lot of credit.
Emish Queta checks in along with Jaden Springer. So some guys getting a little bit of run here, which you know they appreciate. Take advantage of an opportunity on national TV. Tillman and shot commentators that night. As Spencer, oh, he lost the ball going up.
Finger O.
Finger O. He's looking to throw one down. Walsh.
Joe Mazzulla has a lot of confidence in Walsh's game, just for the very reason he can be another one of those wing players that can knock down threes. Now, Celtics 18 of 44, 41% from distance.
Moody. Shook Queta drops a three-pointer. Mazzulla, he's going to love players that give you the kind of defensive effort that guys like Jordan Walsh do, and he's earning some minutes here tonight. Boston, that's a good day's work. Symbolic of this game today. Moody missed it badly. Celtics a travel day after the game today down to Los Angeles. Easy trip, and they'll spend a few days in LA. Wednesday against the Clippers, Thursday against the Lakers here on TNT. Saturday they play in Dallas. NBA on TNT. They returns to the schedule tomorrow with NBA TV.
So 3D, I got to ask you a question when we put up those upcoming games. Can you please tell me what is going on with the Philadelphia 76ers?
They cannot get right.
This was a team that was supposed to contend with the Celtics in the Eastern Conference. And you acquire Paul George, right? A huge contract. You're bringing back the most improved player in Maxey.
Love him.
And you got the big fella in the middle. What is going on with Philadelphia?
We started out with the process, then we had to be patient. Now it's the new program. I've been saying all season long, when Embiid started the season saying he didn't want to play back-to-backs, that threw us all for a loop. Then he got healthy for a minute and showed us how good he can be. But if he's not on the floor and he's not healthy, there's no way the Sixers can have a chance of coming out east. More importantly, Reggie, if they can't hurry up and get healthy soon, I don't even think they can make the play-in because we're at the halfway point of the season now.
Come to Golden State, it would have to have been a part of a trade at that time. Clippers, you can understand why they wouldn't want to do that. So
absolutely not
with Philadelphia, but you know, does fill the people. Stephen Curry with Grandma Kitty. That was a great story, and kudos to Stephen Curry. He does so many things just like that. And that was a beautiful story, and she's going to get to see Stephen Curry in person on March 6th. I love that story, and you know they've got one of the great media relations directors here, and Raymond Ritter, and he's a big part of their success off the floor and all the ventures that they are a part of aside from the basketball on the floor. So kudos to Raymond Ritter and Stephen Curry, just
Cole Lawrence,
creating memories.
all those guys that send us all the packets and media access. Absolutely the best in the business.
Sends us those peanut M&Ms in the media
Man, how
pack,
good
and
are
I
those?
mean,
I love them, but I want the plain next time. I said, why do I always get the peanut M&Ms? I want the plain M&Ms.
It's always a pleasure coming here. The Warriors do such a great job in all facets. Things are not going their way here today. Shireman.
And now the Celtics, 20 made threes. They are now 14-1 when they make 20+ threes.
Lindy Waters for three. Got that one. Stephen Curry couldn't play against Indianapolis. And you know how disappointed they are.
Oh, yeah.
He gathered them all up, took them back in the conference room. And Stephen Curry went and signed autographs and took pictures and talk about making memories, core memories for a lifetime.
But this is why Curry is a global sensation, right? Because he's a man of the people. He gets it, he understands it, and he genuinely likes to do it, right? Here in the Bay Area as well as in Indiana. Calls him Uncle Steph.
Post for three, knocks it down here this evening. Inside the NBA coming your way next. And we'll be back at it tomorrow with a doubleheader. Jordan Walsh will dribble it out. All Boston win each game in this season series this year as the Celtics